What's up, Switch fans? Welcome back to Switch Top. Today we're talking about the most exciting games coming to Nintendo Switch in 2025. These are the games you'll want to keep an eye on and maybe even save up for. Let's jump right into our countdown of the top 25 upcoming Switch games that have us super hyped for next year. Hades 2 puts you in the shoes of Melinoe, the princess of the underworld and sister of Zagreus from the first game. This time you're a witch on a mission to take down the Titan of Time who's imprisoned the god Hades. Just like the first game, when you die, you go back to your home base where you can upgrade abilities, talk to characters, and learn more about the story before trying again. The combat is still fast and fluid with new weapons, magic spells, and gods giving you powers. The big new addition is a witchcraft system where you gather ingredients during runs to brew potions and spells at a cauldron. You'll also visit totally new realms beyond the underworld with fresh enemies and bosses. If you loved the first Hades, this sequel looks like it keeps everything great while adding cool new stuff to discover.
But you and I have a shared purpose.
Looks pretty comfy. Not that I would know.
Oh, dang.
Don't be afraid. Good girl, Hecuba.
Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D Remake brings the first two games in this legendary RPG series to life with a beautiful new look. These games from the 1980s have been completely rebuilt with the same HD 2D style that made Octopath Traveler and Triangle Strategy look so cool. It's like playing with fancy 3D environments, but charming 2D pixel characters. The story in the first game has you playing as a hero descended from a legendary warrior setting out to defeat the evil Dragon Lord who's terrorizing the land of Alefgard. The second game happens 100 years later when you play as the first hero's grandkid taking on a new villain. The gameplay keeps the turn-based battles these games are known for, but with modern touches like better menus, faster combat, and quality of life improvements so you don't have to deal with the old school frustrations. It's the perfect way to experience where the JRPG genre began without struggling through dated mechanics. Hollow Knight. Silksong puts you in control of Hornet, the nimble princess protector who was a boss and ally in the first game. After being captured and taken to a new kingdom called Farloom, Hornet must fight her way upward through this strange world to reach its shining citadel at the top. Unlike the knight from the first game, Hornet is faster and more acrobatic. She can sprint, leap higher, and uses silk to swing across gaps. Her combat style is completely different too, using her needle and thread for quick, deadly strikes and traps. Instead of soul, Hornet builds up silk by fighting enemies, which she can use to heal or craft tools and traps. The game has over 150 new enemies and bosses, each with unique patterns to learn. What's really cool is that when you beat the game, you unlock Silk Soul mode, which changes the game for a totally different second playthrough experience. Ninja Gaiden. Ragebound brings the legendary action series back with a fresh start that both newcomers and longtime fans can enjoy. You play as Ryu Hayabusa, Master Ninja, in a new adventure where an ancient curse is spreading across the world. The game keeps the series' super fast combat where timing is everything. You'll slice through enemies with your dragon sword, use special ninja abilities, and pull off spectacular finishing moves. What makes this version special is the new rage system. As you build up a meter in combat, you can enter rage mode where time slows down and your attacks become more powerful and flashy. The big improvement over older games is that while it's still challenging, it has different difficulty options so everyone can have fun without hitting frustrating walls. The game has 8 huge levels with multiple paths to explore, hidden items to find, and monstrous bosses waiting at the end of each area. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond continues Samus Aran's first-person adventure series after a very long wait. This time, Samus investigates a distress signal from a research station on the edge of known space, where scientists were studying ancient alien technology that might be connected to the Chozo, the bird-like race that raised her. The game keeps the exploration-focused gameplay the series is known for. You view the world through Samus's visor, scanning objects to learn about them, solving environmental puzzles, and finding new abilities that let you access previously blocked areas. The big new mechanic is the phase shift system, where Samus can temporarily shift between different dimensions to solve puzzles and find secret paths. Your arm cannon has new beam types for combat, and the grapple beam has been expanded with more movement and puzzle-solving uses.
As she explores the planet, Samus is granted mysterious and ancient powers. Psychic abilities.
Pokemon Legends Z-Day takes the open zone exploration from Legends, Arceus, and brings it to Lumiose City from Pokemon X and Y, but in a different time period when the city is being built. As a Pokemon architect and trainer, your job is to help design different districts of the city while solving the mystery of strange energy readings and Pokemon behavior changes. The battles keep the action-oriented system from Legends, Arceus, where you can catch Pokemon without fighting them, but adds new urban-themed catching mechanics like luring Pokemon with city-specific items. The game introduces Mega Evolution as a key story element, with you researching how this power connects to the city's history. A cool new feature is the Habitat Creator, where you can design parks and natural spaces throughout the city to attract different types of Pokemon. Gestalt, Steam and Cinder is a gorgeous 2D action platformer that looks like a playable steampunk anime. You play as Alethea, a skilled mercenary with a mysterious past in the steam-powered city of Canaan, where strange supernatural events are happening that connect to an industrial accident years ago. The gameplay is like a mix between Castlevania and a character action game. You have a main weapon for slashing enemies, a pistol for ranged attacks, and special steam-powered abilities you unlock throughout the game. What makes it stand out is the RPG elements. You'll talk to characters, make choices and conversations that affect the story, and take on side quests from the city's residents. The upgrade system lets you improve different skills and abilities to match your playstyle, whether you prefer close combat, ranged attacks, or using gadgets. Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Battle Destiny Remastered brings back the fan-favorite Gundam game with much better graphics and expanded gameplay. Based on the popular Seed anime, you can play through both the Earth Alliance and Zaft campaigns of the Cosmic Era conflict, piloting over 40 different mobile suits, including iconic ones like Strike Gundam and Freedom Gundam. The combat system is easy to pick up but has depth. You have standard shooting, melee attacks, and special moves unique to each mobile suit. The big improvement in this remaster is the new customization system that lets you mix and match parts from different mobile suits to create your own custom Gundam with the abilities you want. The game has several modes. Story mode, where you follow the anime's plot from different perspectives, mission mode with standalone challenges, and a multiplayer mode where you can battle friends locally or online. Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time is the next game in the adorable life sim RPG series, but with a time-traveling twist. You play as a young adventurer who discovers a mysterious island where you can travel between the past and present, meeting the island's residents across different time periods. Like previous games, you can choose from 12 different lives, jobs, including new ones like Chronographer and Inventor, each with their own gameplay styles and abilities. You'll gather resources, craft items, and build up both past and present present versions of the island, with your actions in the past directly affecting how the island looks in the present. The coolest new feature is the island building system, where you can place buildings, change the landscape, and create your ideal community. The combat is simple but fun when you take on monsters threatening the island, and you can switch between lives whenever you want to experience all the different ways to play.
Island in the seas of Bavaria now stands deserted. Travel to the island's past to gather resources, then use them to restore the island in the present. You'll start out by assuming one of many different roles called lives. Why not become a miner to collect ore? How about a magician to take down...
Capcom Fighting Collection 2 brings together 10 legendary fighting games from Capcom's golden age that haven't been easy to play for years. The collection includes fan favorites like Rival Schools, United by Fate, Project Justice, Power Stone 1 and 2, Star Gladiator, Plasma Sword, Red Earth, Capcom vs SNK, Capcom vs SNK 2, and Capcom Fighting Evolution. Each game comes with training modes, button customization, and difficulty options, so anyone can enjoy them. What makes this collection special is the online play with rollback netcode for smooth matches even with players far away. There's also an amazing museum mode with hundreds of pieces of concept art, music tracks you can listen to, and never before seen developer documents. For beginners, there are special one-button special move options you can turn on to perform cool attacks easily. Tales of Seikyu brings the famous Tales series to a whole new setting inspired by ancient East Asian mythology. You play as Rune, a young warrior who discovers she can communicate with spirits that most people can't see. The game keeps the action-based combat the Tales series is known for, where you control Rune in real-time battles using different attacks, special moves called artes, and team up with AI companions. What's new is the Spirit Bond system, where you can befriend spirits throughout the world and summon them in battle for powerful effects. The game has a beautiful watercolor art style that makes the world look like a moving painting. As you travel through the land of Seikyu, you'll solve puzzles using spirit abilities, customize your combat style with different weapons, and make choices that affect how the story unfolds. SHINOBI. Art of Vengeance brings back Sega's classic ninja action series with modern graphics but old school challenge. You play as Hibana, a female ninja from the Oboro clan, on a mission to stop a corrupt shogun who's using forbidden magic to take over Japan. The gameplay sticks to what made SHINOBI great: precise platforming, well-timed shuriken throws, and a sword that can cut down multiple enemies with one slash. New to the series is the Vengeance meter that builds up as you perform perfect attacks and dodges, letting you activate powerful special moves when full. The game has a cool mix of 2.5D side-scrolling levels and 3D boss arenas, where the camera pulls out to give you more space to fight. There are 8 ninja tools to find and master, like smoke bombs, grappling hooks, and caltrops. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4 brings 2 more classic skateboarding games to Switch with completely updated graphics and features. Just like the successful 1+2 remake, these games keep all the levels you remember, like Canada, Airport, and Carnival from THPS 3 and College, Alcatraz, and Shipyard from THPS 4. The controls are the same satisfying system where you pull off flips, grabs, and grinds to rack up huge combos and high scores. All the original Pro Skaters return with their modern looks, plus new guest skaters joining the roster. The Create a Park mode has been super upgraded, letting you build your dream skate spots and share them online. What's really cool is that THPS 4's open world mission structure has been improved, with NPCs giving you challenges throughout each level. The game includes both local split screen and online multiplayer modes with competitive and cooperative options.
Face planting a tile is strictly prohibited.
American Arcadia is one of the most unique games coming to Switch, where you discover you're actually living in a 24/7 TV show without knowing it. You play as Trevor, an average guy living in a retro-futuristic city who discovers his entire life has been entertainment for viewers, and now his ratings are down, meaning he'll be eliminated. The game cleverly switches between two styles. Trevor's sections are 2.5D platforming where you're escaping through the fake city, while your mysterious helper Angela's sections are in first person as she hacks systems to help you escape. The gameplay constantly changes things up. 1 minute you're solving environmental puzzles, the next you're in a high-speed chase or sneaking past guards. What makes it special is how the TV show concept affects gameplay. Sometimes you need to do impressive stunts to boost your ratings and gain helpful power-ups. Professor Layton and the New World of Steam brings the beloved puzzle-solving gentleman back after a long break. This time, Layton and his apprentice Luke reunite in a steampunk version of America called Steam Bison, where incredible technology runs on steam power. The gameplay follows the series' winning formula: explore beautiful environments, talk to quirky characters, and solve a wide variety of brain teasers and puzzles that are cleverly woven into the story. The new setting allows for fresh puzzle types involving steam pressure, gears, and mechanical contraptions. The game features fully voiced cutscenes and animated sequences in a gorgeous art style that blends classic Layton charm with steampunk aesthetics. A cool new mechanic is the deduction board, where you connect clues you've gathered to solve bigger mysteries before moving forward. Rune Factory: Guardians of Azuma combines farming simulation with action RPG adventure in a beautiful Japanese-inspired setting. You play as a young guardian who's lost their memory, taken in by a small village that needs help restoring its farmland and protecting it from mysterious threats. The farming is deeper than ever with seasonal crops, livestock raising, and new water cultivation for rice and other plants. When you're not farming, you'll explore 5 distinct regions around Mount Azuma, each with unique dungeons filled with monsters you can battle using different weapons and elemental magic. What makes this Rune Factory special is the Guardian Spirit system. Helpful spirits can be befriended to help with farming, crafting, or fighting alongside you. The town has 12 potential marriage candidates, both male and female, with deep social stories. And once married, your spouse can join your adventures.
This is it! Got him where it hurt! Not too good!
High on Life brings its bizarre alien fighting shooter comedy to Switch after being popular on other platforms. Created by Justin Roiland, co-creator of Rick and Morty, you play as a bounty hunter, saving Earth from an alien cartel that wants to turn humans into drugs. What makes this first-person shooter unique is that your weapons are actually talking aliens with different personalities who constantly comment on everything happening around you. Each gun has a primary fire mode, alternative fire mode, and special ability that helps in combat and solving environmental puzzles. The gameplay mixes shooting with platforming, exploration, and weird side quests in colorful alien worlds. The Switch version includes all the DLC content from other platforms, plus a new exclusive alien gun partner made just for Nintendo players. The humor is definitely adult-oriented with lots of strange situations and dialogue that breaks the fourth wall. Onimusha 2. Samurai's Destiny brings Capcom's demon-slaying samurai series back with a full remake of the PS2 classic. Set in feudal Japan during the Sengoku period, you play as Jubei Yagyu, a samurai seeking revenge against the demon lord Nobunaga Oda, who destroyed his village. The gameplay mixes sword combat with puzzle solving and light RPG elements as you travel through villages, castles, and supernatural realms. The combat system has been completely modernized with more fluid controls while keeping the soul-absorbing mechanic where defeating demons gives you orbs to upgrade your weapons and magic. The remake features 4 ally characters who can join you on your journey, each with their own fighting styles and special abilities. What's really interesting is the gift system. By giving presents to your allies, you improve your relationship with them, unlocking new team attacks and changing story events. Harvest Moon Skytree Village brings the original Farming Life Simulator series back to its roots with new features that longtime fans and newcomers will love. You inherit a farm in a land that's lost its vitality after the harvest goddess disappeared, and the sky trees that once brought water and life have withered. Your job is to revive the land by farming, raising animals, and befriending the locals. The game uses a cute 3D art style with day-night cycles and changing seasons that affect what you can grow and which activities are available. What's new is the terrain shaping tool that lets you create rivers, ponds, and change the landscape of your farm however you want. There are over 40 crop types to grow, 15 different animals to raise, and fishing, mining, and foraging to do when you're not farming. The town has 10 marriage candidates with unique personalities and stories, plus dozens of festivals and events throughout the year. Little Nightmares 3 continues the creepy puzzle platformer series with 2 new playable characters, Low and Alone, trapped in the Spiral, a bizarre world filled with disturbing enemies and environmental hazards. This time the game is designed for both single player, where you can switch between characters, and 2-player co-op, where each person controls one character. Low carries a bow and can shoot distant objects or enemies, while Alone has a wrench that can be used to solve mechanical puzzles and as a melee weapon. The gameplay still focuses on stealth, timing, and solving environmental puzzles while avoiding nightmarish adult figures who want to catch you. The world is divided into 4 areas: an abandoned amusement park, a twisted school, flooded ruins, and the mysterious nest, each with their own unique monsters and challenges. Harvest Moon, The Lost Valley brings the classic farming series back with a fresh take on the formula. You arrive in a once beautiful valley that's now stuck in eternal winter, and it's up to you to restore the seasons by helping the harvest sprites. What makes this game different from other farming games is the terraforming system. You can actually change the land itself by raising, lowering, and shaping the terrain to create the perfect farm layout. The game keeps the series' focus on growing crops, raising animals, and building relationships with townspeople, but adds new crops that grow differently based on elevation and temperature. There are 5 eligible bachelors and 5 bachelorettes to romance, each with unique personalities and story events. As you help restore the seasons, different parts of the valley open up with new plants, animals, and resources to discover. Trident's Tale is an underwater action-adventure game where you play as Marina, a young mermaid who discovers an ancient trident that gives her the power to control water currents. When a mysterious pollution starts spreading through the ocean kingdom of Azuria, Marina must use her new powers to save her home. The gameplay is a mix of exploration, puzzle solving, and combat where you use the trident's 3 main abilities: creating water jets to boost yourself through the environment, forming protective bubbles around you, and shooting powerful water blasts at enemies. What's really cool is how the game uses the Switch's motion controls. You can physically tilt your controller or switch to guide water currents through puzzle challenges. As you explore the 5 distinct regions of Azuria, from coral reefs to deep sea trenches, you'll meet friendly sea creatures who join your quest, each offering unique abilities that help you access new areas. Neon Apex Beyond the Limit is a high-speed racing game set in a futuristic world where gravity-defying motorcycles called Apexes compete in dangerous tournaments across massive city tracks. You play as Pulse, a rookie racer trying to work your way up from the underground circuits to become champion of the Neon League. The gameplay focuses on mastering your Apex bike's unique boost system. Instead of just holding a button, you need to time your boosts with the track's rhythm, hitting boost pads and performing tricks to build your energy meter. What sets this apart from other racing games is the transformation system. Your bike can switch between 3 modes on the fly: speed mode for straightaways, grip mode for tight turns, and flight mode for massive jumps and shortcuts. The game features 12 tracks across 4 different cities, each with alternate routes and hidden paths to discover. Coffee Talk Tokyo continues the heartwarming visual novel series where you play as a barista in a late-night coffee shop, but moves the setting from Seattle to Tokyo. Your coffee shop becomes a safe haven for a diverse cast of characters, both humans and fantasy beings like yokai, kitsune, and modern-day oni, who visit during the night to share their problems and find comfort in your drinks and conversation. The main gameplay revolves around brewing different coffee and tea recipes by combining ingredients to match what your customers need. Sometimes they'll they'll ask for specific drinks. Other times you'll need to figure out what might help their situation. What makes this game special is how your drink choices and conversation options actually impact the characters' stories and problems. The new Tokyo setting introduces Japanese-inspired drinks and ingredients alongside the traditional coffee options. Story of Seasons. Grand Bazaar brings back one of the most beloved entries in the farming sim series, formerly known as Harvest Moon, with completely updated graphics and expanded features. You inherit a small farm in Zephyr Town, a once bustling trading hub that's fallen on hard times. Your goal is not just to run a successful farm, but to help revive the town's famous bazaar by selling your goods and attracting visitors from all over. The farming gameplay includes all the series staples: growing seasonal crops, raising animals, and upgrading your tools. But the heart of the game is the weekly bazaar, where you set up your own shop to sell your products. What makes this version special is the new crafting system, where you can create unique processed goods like cheeses, wines, and woven items that sell for much higher prices than raw materials. The game features over 10 marriage candidates and a friendship system with the 25+ townsfolk that unlocks new items and areas.
Taking advantage of Zephyr Town's windy conditions can make travel and other tasks a breeze.
Here we go!
The winds of change are coming, and your new life on the farm begins.
And there you have it, the top 25 Nintendo Switch games coming in 2025 that I'm most excited about. From relaxing farm sims to high-speed racing, there's something for everyone to look forward to next year. Which of these games caught your attention? Let me know in the comments. And if there are other upcoming Switch games you're hyped for, I'd love to hear about those too. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to Switch Top for more Nintendo Switch content. Turn on notifications so you don't miss our reviews when these games finally come out. Until next time, this is Switch Top saying thanks for watching.